Welcome to Secure Your Energy and also our Prime Time Homebuyers page. You're here with your host, Lady Lashley. I am the owner and teacher of Prime Time Homebuyers. And every Wednesday, I am live in Fulton County, where I host economic development seminars for free. So not only do I do that, but I double stream. So thank you for being here with me, guys. The ones that's in the Primetime Home Buyers group, as well as Secure Your Energy YouTube page. What we do here is we get the middle class, the average citizen, ready to not only one, have a great, amazing business plan, okay, that puts you in a direction of receiving a loan, okay, by proof, but we also transition your mindset with some of the concepts that I give you. I give you actionable concepts to plug in different parts of your life, not only your business life, but your personal life and community life. This is why this seminar that we host for 3 months is 3 months of content. We literally prepare the next generation of leaders that's going to come in and do what they have to do to, one, control their community by understanding what the community needs, by being a part of the community, by bringing your business practices in the community, therefore helping to be a leader and an economic changer. It's so much we're doing here. So let's just get started. Today we're going to go into accountability. I just have to say that this is episode 2. This is our 3rd season being down here in the Fulton County Library, located on Campbellton Road. I do apologize. The information is at the bottom. You can sign up on Eventbrite. If you can't make it and you're out of state, just listen on our lives, because these concepts that I share with you, you can apply it to any community setting, your business, and your household. So let's go. That was the infomercial for today. Let's get there. So we're going to start with a PowerPoint, and this PowerPoint highlights measuring success and ensuring accountability, a key to organizational growth. And that's what we want to do. So today I'm kind of going to introduce our business plan concept, guys. You can go anywhere on the internet and get a business plan that you like, that's good for your eyes, that makes you understand it, something you can work with. And you can always edit it and add these particular parts that we talk about here. Now again, any particular part that I talk about when it comes to business and business planning for your business plan, I need you guys to create that section in your business plan. But before you do that, I always say this is the easiest way, especially if you always want to go like me. You know, you want to have an amazing business plan, but you're like, how can I do a 30-page business plan? I don't sit still that long. Any topic that I talk about, I advise my attendees and you guys to write down the main topic and text it to yourself, the concepts that comes to you, so you won't forget. And then later on, when you have the time, you can take what's in your talk text or your email and then start to put it in paragraph form. This is how you get going, okay? It starts with little steps at a time, because I know a lot of us are on the go. So it's how you use your technology wisely, as well as your time, okay? Because some people can't fathom to sit there and put a full business plan together in one sitting. And why would you? You know, it's not a good idea, because it probably won't be the best one, okay? It's good to take your time. Now, and when it comes to business plan, we're going to give you the subsections to add to it, but I just wanted to bring that up to you guys so you guys can kind of get an idea where we're going. I think that's going to be in week 4 to 5 that we go deeper into business plan, and we're focusing on marketing, analyzation, as well as understanding our financial health. Okay, so let's get there. Measuring success, and before we can actually be accountable to our financial health, we have to know what accountability is. And we have to have an idea, what is our plan for our business as far as structure? What is, about, let's say, an average amount that you may be needing to start your business? And that all starts with, 1, accountability financially, as well as having an organizational chart. Okay, so let's go. Thank you for being here with us. Hope you have a happy hump day. So this is a few concepts we're going to touch in this short PowerPoint: measuring success, financial performance, community satisfaction, community engagement. We went into that last week, the importance of community engagement and what are the different ways of doing it that we can incorporate it in our business, allowing us to network and allowing us to actually build more revenue, i.e. meeting potential customers. Does that make sense? Let's move this over and make sure you guys can see my face. Okay, so we're going to get in a little bit about financial performance, community satisfaction, community engagement, market sharing with the community. What does that mean? Ensuring leadership accountability. And again, this is very, very important because not only do we have to be accountable, but we look for our leaders to be accountable as well. Okay? Now, ensuring leaders' accountability is the first thing I touch. You know why? Because the leaders in our communities are the one that drives our policies. The politicians and the elected officials, they are the leaders right now, and they drive our policies. So we have to figure out how to build a bridge between them, communicating with them as well as supporting them. Okay? And when I'm saying that with the notation of supporting them with the guys that they're pushing the community issues to get those resolved that we need, not what they need. So as we grow into this process of community economic development for community leaders, you're going to see the pieces of the puzzle come together, because my goal is to make you strong enough to be in the positions to communicate with elected officials, and they understand what your community needs, because they understand that you have the backing, because you have grown the community connection through networking, engagement, giving a great product, and giving back to the community. And now you can go to those elected officials and say, hey, this is what we need. We need more entrepreneurship programs. We need more technical programs. And these are the people that I have signed the petition. And this is the money that we have behind us, because us as business leaders, the middle class that is surely disappearing, that we're trying to stop with these type of seminars, we are the leaders that need to come in and balance our economy. Okay? Let me get off my high horse and keep going. So, ensuring accountability, the process of holding individuals and teams within an organization, community, household, keep these concepts in mind, responsible for their actions and performance. It helps to create a culture of ownership, transparency, and trust, where everyone is accountable for achieving the organizational goals and objectives. And that's, again, making sure that people understand their importance of their role, and they honor that, and they see through getting things done. That's looking at it from three ways. Forward, including yourself, because you need to make sure that your personal financial health is up to par before you even get into investing into a business. Okay, establishing clear expectations is something that we need in our communities. These are concepts that I want you guys to keep in mind when you're establishing your business, when you're talking to your employees, when you're talking to community leaders. Establishing clear expectations to ensure accountability is to establish clear expectations, goals for each individual and team. Goals should be specified, measurable, and achievable. Relevant and time-bound, which means SMART. It's the SMART process. If you add this SMART process to your creation, when you're creating, it's going to save you a lot of time, because you're going to look at it from a realistic perspective, a realistic perspective. You're going to have a time frame where you want to get things done, and you're going to make sure that you keep it as relevant as possible and don't go off the deep end. Implement the SMART method in your creation process, okay, as well. Now, ensuring leadership accountability continued. Regular performance review. With the document that you are creating, which is your business plan, you want to regularly look at it, not just create it and then it's done. No, you go back 6 months later, where am I? Especially if that particular business plan secure a loan for you. Okay, that means that you want to ensure that you're doing everything that you set to do in your business plan okay? Because you have an idea. Let's say we can kind of like keep it flexible as well. We'll talk about that, but we want to follow the business plan and then come back and review to see what's working and what's not working. That upholds the tone of accountability with yourself. Right. So regular performance reviews provides opportunities to assess the individual, yourself, your team, your family, your kids. Go back and check their homework. Okay. Progress towards their goals and identify areas of improvement. It also helps to ensure that everyone is on the same page and working towards the same organizational goals. This is something that we're lacking in our business, in our home, I think, especially in the Black community. The communication, going back, making sure everybody knows the expectations, we're on the same page, and then everybody's performing up to par. Because right now, as a community, a lot of us have to cohabitate, especially because the times. And to be honest, it's not that foreign to me as being a person from the islands, or when my family first came here, we were all living in a 3-family home, and each person had their own space, and it was great because we all had a plan. Well, I was a kid. But they had a plan, they were paying their mortgage, people were saving money, budgeting was happening. Again, everybody was on the same page, everybody knew what to do, and they was able to save money. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we have to think about as well when it comes to community, because when we get into those particular situations, households, work environments, entrepreneurial relationships, we want to be accountable, especially if we're working with people or working with contractors. You just don't tell them what you want and never go back to review. So you can apply that concept to 3 different sectors as I explained to you. I'm going to keep this very diverse because I think all 3 of these sectors we lack as business owners, as community members, and that is the home, that is our structure and accountability, as well as setting up the business for accountability to ensure the longevity of the business. Having a realistic plan. So again, this goes on to holding people accountable. Holding people accountable means taking action when expectations is not met. It could include providing feedback, coaching, disciplinary actions. It's essential to create a culture where underperformance is not tolerated. And that's the only way that, honestly, it sounds a little rough, a little tough. It's not the fact that you're gonna, someone messed up, you're just gonna, but you have to understand its expectations. So there's only so much time that you can be corrective to people who are in your business, i.e. even your children as well. It creates a kind of hostile environment, especially if you and your coworker, or you and a contractor are not meeting eye, they're not meeting your expectations, but they expect for you to provide your end of the deal. This is a problem. This is why we hold people accountable and we go back and look for regular performance. Does this make sense? Why we're talking about this? Because through the process of being leaders, we have to understand key concepts that we need to practice ourselves in our daily life and what we're going to carry on into our business. Ensuring leadership and accountability continue. Reward and recognition. I mentioned this the last week. Is very important. It's not only just to chastise, but it's reward and recognition. Even, we have people who are moving in a direction that you like, hey, okay, you didn't totally get it, but you're moving it. I see you have potential. I'm going to work with you, We're going to hold you accountable, but we're going to recognize, give recognition, and we're going to move together. One of the things that I do think is very important when it comes to not only accountability, but actually the tenure of the person. Do they have that community-based, can I say, perspective? Because if it's just you who are saying, hey, my business is for community, this, that, and the third, or, that's where I'm taking some of my proceeds, and then you have a business partner that don't have that same type of mind frame, but you just got into that business with them just because they had the money. This is things that you want to take in consideration at the beginning.
not only accountability of the person, but the teacher as well, because that person who would give you the money, they may be accountable, but at the end of the day, there may be some between you guys because you're not on the same page. So that's why I say make sure that you take your time and evaluate people and situations, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that when we go to market analyzation, where we're looking at our competitors as well as partners that we may deal with, and this term accountability is gonna come up again. All right. So now we're gonna do a talk through. Okay, that was short, but no, we still have a little bit more content for you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna step to the side so you guys can see me. All right. So now we're gonna just focus on organization, like growth management, the structure of it, okay? So that first was about accountability. You know, that mindset of holding people accountable, yourself, getting the job done. This is the key element to your organization growth and the management of it. Okay, so let's get started because this is gonna be some of the concepts that you're gonna keep in mind when you make your business plan. That's why I said today, we're gonna start talking about the business plan, incorporated into episode 2. Thank you for being here. If you don't know who I am, my name is Miss Lashley. Again, I am the owner of Prime Time Homebuyer, where you can consult with me for legal information or legal research information related to your real estate investment. If you're having any trouble, give me a call, okay? We'll talk about that a little later. So, on the idea, okay, architecting an amazing structural plan for your business starts with some of these concepts. So every great business starts with an idea, a spark of innovativeness, a solution, a problem to a problem, passion for a project. But an idea, no matter how brilliant, how beautiful, how amazing it is, it remains just that until you transform it into a business. So some of the structures that you will need to start with is organization and management. There aren't just fancy corporate words, okay guys? These are words that you need to embed in your head. Organization and management. If you can't organize yourself or manage yourself, you can't have a business. You're not gonna have a successful business. Okay? There aren't just fancy corporate terms, they are the fundamental blueprint of an operation, which is considered like an engine. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur, a small business owner looking to scale up, or simply someone interested in building a resilient entrepreneurship business, understanding these concepts is very important, okay? So, business organization, the blueprint to structure, why is it crucial? One, clarity of roles and responsibilities. That's what you, as a business owner, what is your role, what is your responsibility? Usually we're charged of everything until we start delegating that out to people. We realistically gotta start thinking about how can we delegate some of these activities we have to do as new business owners out realistically. Can I go on Fiverr, get someone to send emails out for me, marketing? Can I go and get someone to make logos for me, edit my videos? How much would they cost? What is my budget? These are the things that you want to start thinking about as a business owner. Do I need someone to start my website? Would it be better for me to do it or someone else? Because it'll probably be more effective based on my skill level. So a clarity of roles and responsibility is what you want to start thinking about at the beginning. No more than it's not my job, or that's something that you don't want to set within your business. You want to make sure everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to do and understand how critical their task is. Everyone is accountable for their task, just like you. You're accountable for your budget, your spending, your ordering again. And accountability don't mean just doing it. It means accountable so you're moving forward to success. Does that make sense? I'm not just ordering 1,000 pieces for my stuff because I'm just doing that. No, I have a plan that I only need 400 right now. And then shipping, handling, I have all of that in my plan. Does that make sense? So that's why we have to understand our roles, our responsibilities, and our responsibilities is to make our business as effective as possible. And that goes on into why is this crucial? Enhance effectivity, your effectivity, okay? Streamline and process and clear communication channels, reduce waste effort and improve in productivity, and that's within yourself. You want to enhance your effectivity, just knowing that you're the only person working for your business right now. So make sure that you set 2 hours a day, 3 days a week, or whatever you can for your business planning or whatever stage you're at, and stick to it. That's accountability, that's consistency. Okay? So that enhances the efficiency, because every 3 days a week, 4 days a week, you're doing something towards your business plan. Wow, we're budgeting savings because we're still in EP number 2. So we're budgeting and saving. We're going to talk about that next week. We're going to go back into that assets versus liability as a mindset. Ooh, I get a little deep with that. But it's very important, because once we do it the correct way, starting at home and our family, and prepare for generational wealth, we're going to carry those same practices onto our business, okay? So the next reason why it's crucial to have a blueprint, a structure to your business, it improves decision making. Once you improve decision making, it allows you to be scalable. Does that make sense? And that scalability makes you more accountable to your surroundings, to your people, because you can provide more to them, okay? I love that word, accountable. That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta be. We gotta be accountable. All right, so key elements to consider when organizing your business. These are things to consider, guys. Let's go. Define your vision and goal. Define your vision and goal. Is that like part 1 to your business plan? That's why we introduced the business plan today. Let's go. Okay, I'm a teacher today. I'm the teacher. The teacher says, take notes, guys. Okay, this is where you want to kind of talk, text yourself, and, because you have a concept, you have an idea, you have a vision. So define your vision, your goals. What are you trying to achieve from this? Honestly, a clear-cut vision. What you're trying to achieve in the first year, first 2 years, to be honest, I just want to be financially free. That's not a good statement. No. I'm trying to save $5,000 from my plan, my business, this, that, and the third. Now, that's more, how can I say, measurable. Okay? We want measurable, a SMART goal. Does that mean smart, measurable? Okay? I said a year from now, we want $5,000 from our business and profit. Measurable. Does that make sense? This is why it's crucial. Define your vision and goal. What are you trying to achieve? Your structure must support the overall goal in your objective of your business. Okay, I want to make $5,000. That means that my product is sold. I sell it for $100, and it takes me $50 to produce it. Okay, this is how much time it'll take for me to make this money based on these perceived sales. This is how deep I want you to start thinking now, just kind of throwing stuff out there, but that's while you're kind of looking at your vision and your goal. It's not just, I want to open a business and I'm going to be a great entrepreneur. My vision and my goal is to open a business that will not only help me provide financial stability for my family, but as well give me stability in my community so I can help them achieve the community goals. By me having this amazing business, I'll be able to open a business that'll not only enhance the tax revenue in my particular area, but bring vendors and bring visitors to the area, because my particular business is open to this particular audience. Do you see what I'm trying to do? Do you see what I'm just off the top of my head? A vision. In the next year, this is paragraph 2. In the next year, I'm looking to at least have a revenue base of this amount based on my community standards, my community connections, my client base, and my overall perception on how I can scale up in my particular industry. I know that was a little heavy, y'all, but you could do it too, okay? You know what can help you guys too? I have to say, use ChatGPT. Give them concept. Text it, and see can they put it in a way that, it sounds very professional. And I don't want you guys to be depending on ChatGPT, remember, or these other AI platforms, because you're supposed to use it effectively. Remember, if they're fixing your work for you or whatever, read it. See where you made the mistakes, and as you keep using AI, it'll help you. Use AI like a teacher, okay, guys? Use it as a teacher and a crutch, just a little bit. Now, moving forward, identify key functions, breaking down your business into essential activities: sales, marketing, operation, finance, customer service, product development. These are some of the subtitles that will be in your business plan. Again, we're going to focus on marketing and finance because those are, I think, the weakest points that I have seen as far as our community when it comes to structurizing a business plan that's going to land you some money. Okay? Yeah. They want to see what you're talking about. They want you to have a well-rounded business plan, okay? And then also possibly some assets, possibly a year of planning, saving money. Like, they're like, oh, okay, this has been a year, 2 years in the making. Or, yeah, I see now. Oh, this amazing business plan. It's just freaking amazing. Now, I think I can help you scale up or just give you money to help you market. Yeah, it can happen. So, now, identify the key functions again that you're going to have to hone in on for your business. Do you need finance right now for your particular products because you have to buy it? Is it a non-tangible product that is a digital product that you don't even need that much money to start? You need time, you need a few experts to go over it, as well as you may need the marketing aspect. Everybody needs that in their business plan. How you plan on selling that? What platforms are more easy, automated, cheaper? These are the things that you want to start thinking about now. Organizational structure. It goes right along with the business plan. Does that make sense? So key elements, again, moving forward. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button. We're here every week, 2 p.m., Fulton County Library, Campbellton Road. Thank you. Defining roles and responsibilities. This is important. Establishing reporting lanes. Hierarchy. Yes, you have to have a hierarchy. That's how business works. Everybody is not on the same level. I don't want to be honest. That's just the way it is. But it's respect. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. In a hospital, the doctor is not on the same level as me as the nurse when I work at the hospital. And it is a level of superiority because of the educational level. At the end of the day, we all work together to make a cohesive healthcare environment, but we still have to respect certain roles in certain positions. Again, I can't come in as the nurse and say, doctor, you better order this. This is not right. This is not right. Now, in that particular situation, the nurse is the backbone of the doctor. So usually I'm like, doctor, look at this. Let's talk about it. Maybe, do you think, could you teach me about this? So understand that with hierarchy, there is a level of respect in a way that you have to address people in your industry, in your home, outside of the community. But again, that doesn't mean people are better, but it's still, I think that's what's missing from our community as well. Understanding importance of elder and mentorship. Now no one wants to mentor with anyone because I got this, I know this, you don't have anything on me, no matter you've been there for 30 years, I'm gonna come in and do my thing. Because AI has made, our younger generation believe that they don't need our smarts, but we have to work together. So just remember, hierarchy is very important within the business, establishing that, not getting too comfortable with your particular partners and vendors. Keep it business because it's going to stop a lot of complications too as well. This is something I want to bring in right now because this is part of business structure, the business relationship, okay? So business management. This is now moving, we talk about structure. Now we're going to go into business management. The management of it, the mechanics, is actually like the engine, okay? So if an organization is static and the blueprint is not being followed, we're gonna have some issues. Management is a dynamic engine that brings your business to life. It is the art and science of coordinating and overseeing the resources, the organizational function of your business to achieve its objective. That's the same thing about with your household. What is your objective in your household? What are your family values? These are the things you have to start there, because again, this big, beautiful business that we bringing up and we want to last for generations, are we going to be passing it to generations that want it, that honor it, that understand it? So we have to start now, okay? So understand those particular concepts as you're putting your business together. Now, it says the engine, it is the engine. So what is it? Business management involved in planning. This is simple, guys. Come on. Planning, organization, leading, controlling the efforts of the organization and the membership and the partnerships, and using all of these organizational resources to achieve the stated organizational goal. That's with every interaction, transaction, place that you go, make sure it's aligned with your business goals and objectives and your morals as well. Key functions of effective management: planning, setting goals, can't say more. Can't say more. These are actionable things that we're talking about. Set the goals early. Develop some strategies. What is the best way to get my product out in one week to our customers? Develop strategies. What is the best way for me to save $500 in 3 months? Develop strategies and outline the steps needed to achieve them. Write it down. Write it down. Okay? So I was at the grocery store this morning, and the guy was like, I was like, how you doing? He was like, oh, I'm gonna have a bad day. I said, why? He said, because the computer is down, and we have to put in all these numbers to, scan a product that it won't scan. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't think like that. I know AI made it good for you, but guess what? You're gonna enhance your critical thinking skills, your logic, your memory. He kind of got quiet. Yeah, we need to do that. Put paper to pen. Highlight, read, and use AI to your benefit. But guys, if y'all so afraid of AI taking over the world, why don't you do something to make sure that your brain is ready? Does that make sense? So, moving forward, you want to understand the planning or get these concepts in your mind with business planning, organization outline, who's going to control the efforts of the organization and the members if it's you for now, and then you're gonna have a manager by 2 years from now. Sometimes loan lenders want to see that. They're like, oh, she planned 2 to 5 years, and this looks doable. Maybe we give her an extra $5,000. Does that make sense? Okay, that's why we're so detail oriented about some of these things. People will probably not think about when they're putting their business plan together. All right, so why is business management crucial? So the why is crucial because, one, it helps you make strategic decisions because you already have a layout. You already have your things out, you have a culture set out, and now you can strategically start moving pieces around. You can optimize your resources because you know where this is supposed to go, this is supposed to go. Okay, now everything is in place. Now I can go and find a new vendor. Or now I can look for a place maybe. Or maybe now I can use a free platform to sell my product, whatever it is. Once you have your business structure and the business management outlined together, then you'll be able to move the moving pieces around when you go back to reevaluate. Or when you receive more information while you're putting your business plan together, you can go back and update it and change it. All right, so again, it's crucial. I'm going to say it. This is crucial for accountability and problem solving and performance measurement. Key functions of effective management is the planning phase, the organization, allocating the resources a certain way is part of the organization outline, your budget. Okay, controlling effective management. It says controlling, monitoring performance against established standards. Okay, this helps you control your business because, again, like I said, you're in your industry, and now you have your structure. You're looking at other people's structure too. You're like, oh, okay, technology, AI, and now you're going to kind of move some things around. You're going to be able to control the upward taking of your business, not just the structure, but the upward mobility of it, because that's what we want to be able to do. This is what big businesses do. Once they do this hard part at the beginning, it's all uphill. It's easy peasy. I'm lying. You know I'm lying. I'm just playing. It's always a task. You, especially being a business owner in the first 3 to 5 years, you may not make a profit. Pray that you break even. But these factors play a major part why we should have this already structured out so we can just keep on moving strategically to grow. Okay, so where structure meets strategy. That's the structure, and that's the management. That's where management comes in, is a strategy behind management. Organization and management are not separate entities. They coincide to each other, and they are deeply intertwined and should be mutually enforced. A brilliant management team will struggle with a poor organization outline and leadership and accountability practice. Does that make sense? Okay? Consistent fighting against inefficiency and confusion will happen. That's why you go into a job, you like, hated it. This is off the little date. This is a beautiful place. It looks nice. Everything is, money, buying things, but this whole structure, management, everything is just kind of crazy here. Okay, so that's some of the things we want to avoid. Organization structure will remain stagnant without effective management to drive it forward. Yes, you have to have someone with that management mindset. Everybody don't have that. Some people creative, some people that. But the manager, you should have someone with a manager mindset so you can make sure that you're moving the objective forward and someone has that in mind. Okay? So think of it this way. Organization provides a sturdy, clear roadmap. Management provides skill-driven leadership, fueling resources, maintaining control, and navigating planning and problem solving. That's why I always got into organizations and they try to make me some type of leader because these was the qualities I had. I'm like, nope. I'll sub for the day. Stop. Obviously, guys, when you're an entrepreneur, you never go back. But anyway, but that doesn't say that you have to. But moving forward, getting started, practical steps for your business. Now, this is what I want you to do. We're starting to get to the end, and I want you guys to, keep these concepts in mind. The teacher, take notes. Take notes, okay? I'm just playing, guys. Thank you for being here with Miss Lashley. Today, my name is Miss Lashley. If you don't know who I am, you're currently watching on Secure Your Energy. We're live every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and now we're streaming in our Facebook group because we're working to get our Facebook group in the algorithm. Thank you for being here. So getting started, practical steps, guys. So get that business plan printed out for next week, okay? Start simple and stay flexible. Don't over-engineer initially. Y'all know I said a lot. Make it simple. Start simple. Y'all can always put this on replay, look at some of the concepts, highlight it, and revisit on another day. Begin with the basic organizational chart, a clear definition of roles, what those roles would do to enhance your business operation. Are they needed? As your business grows, you can refine and add it to make it more complex. Document everything. Document. Write down job description. Write down bills, vendors, people you meet, policies. What do you want? The value system. Write it down, y'all. You know what I tell you. I'm old school. Don't always talk text. Write it down, okay? It helps your brain. You don't kill your brain cells, son. Communication. Ensure everyone understands the structure, the role within, and the overall objective and goal. Diligence. Being diligent is effective. Managers must learn to trust their team and empower the team with responsibility, making sure that they accomplish their goals and their set tasks. Again, moving forward, the concepts of diligence, okay? This frees up managerial time and higher level tasks, again, because as the owner of your business, you want to kind of think about finance. You want to make sure your book's good, things like that. especially if your business is growing and you know tax time is coming. So again, foster a culture of accountability, very important. That was the beginning. Accountability, accountability. You are accountable. They are accountable. Everybody's accountable. Hey, it's accountability party, okay? Encourage ownership of the task that is done correctly, and the outcome is achievable as well for that person or that situation or for you. Let's be realistic. Regular review and adaptation. Your organization and management practices is not set in stone. Your business plan is not set in stone. Okay? Periodically assess what works and what isn't working, and be willing to make changes. Be adjustable, because you're dealing with personalities, different values, especially it depends on your business. So again, regularly review your plan, your structure, your management structure as well. Maybe you don't need two people to run one email and one social media. Maybe you can, which one works for you? Does that make sense? So conclusion, creating a robust business plan, i.e. business, involves more than just a great idea and hard work. It requires initially designing and continuous guidance by thoughtful construction of the business organization, delegating practices effectively to management or to yourself. You lay the foundation for the sustainability of growth in your business and the tone of your business. Will it be chaos? Is it everything flows well? Do your packages go out? This is on time. This is all the things you're supposed to do at the beginning before you get millions of people buying your product. Okay? So you lay the foundation for sustainable growth, operational excellence, and ultimately success. So take a step back from your daily grind, y'all. Take your time and think about how your organization is organized, or your business is organized, or your household is organized, or your community is organized. And is it effectively managed? Is things going on effectively? Okay, the answer to these questions will reveal your path forward and the adjustments you need, okay? So, I think I said a lot. We've seen for 45 minutes. I just want to say thank you so much for being here with Miss Lashley. I love what I do. Next week, we're going to be getting into assets versus liability. It's a mindset thing, not just talking about cars, a liability, house is an asset. No, we get a little bit deeper than that, because the concepts that we talk about is going to go into finance, and that is going to be a good amount of information you need to make a robust financial projection for your amazing business plan so you can secure a loan. So I want to say thank you so much for being here. You have a great Wednesday. If you guys are subscribed to our sister channel, we will be having a Atlanta food giveaway in the next 30 or 40 minutes, where we do it every Wednesday between 3:30 and 4 o'clock in Atlanta, where we feed displaced persons, my friends. So I'll see you in that next live, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great hump day. Ooh, that was good. That was good, good, good.